The results of Ms. Heard's evaluation supported 2 diagnoses: borderline personality disorder and histrionic personality disorder.
That was an important witness for Johnny Depp in his case. Very significant, because that now becomes the filter through which this jury potentially is seeing Amber Heard, and could be an explanation for all the allegations she is about to make when she takes the witness stand. She was supposed to be the first witness in her case after Johnny Depp rests, but now we're hearing that Amber Heard will be the second witness. There is someone else who will testify first. So let's go straight out to the courthouse. Court TV legal correspondent Chanley Painter with us. Chanley, so she's no longer the first witness, now number 2. Who's number 1?
Yeah, they had a strategy change. Apparently, Vinny, now they're going to call Dr. Dawn M. Hughes, a name that we've seen on her witness list and that we've heard from a source that Amber Heard commissioned to put her mental health in question during this trial. And that's what led to Depp's team having the ability to call their own court-appointed forensic psychologist. That was Dr. Shannon Curry, who we heard from last week, who drew some revealing conclusions of her own. So first, let's take a look back at Dr. Curry's testimony and then how we expect Heard's team to counteract that.
Ms. Heard did not have PTSD, and there were also pretty significant indications that she was grossly exaggerating symptoms of PTSD when asked about them.
Okay, so to reframe the narrative before Amber Heard takes the stand, likely on Wednesday, Vinny, this is what we know about Dr. Dawn Hughes. She has a pretty great website out there on the World Wide Web. She's board certified for 25 years. She's an expert in interpersonal violence, which includes intimate partner violence, rape and sexual assault, physical assault, childhood abuse, and sexual harassment. She's also a clinical assistant professor of psychology at the Department of Psychiatry at the New York Presbyterian Hospital, Cornell Medical College. And here's what we expect her testimony to entail. It will be a pre-recorded deposition played before this jury once she is called. And she's expected to talk about Heard's reports of violence and abuse were consistent with intimate partner violence, and this expert will classify it in the severe IPV category. She's also expected to say that Heard's abuse consisted of strangulation, punching, beating at the hands of Johnny Depp, and that Heard had psychological symptomatology as a result of defamatory statements perpetrated by Depp's team over the years, and of course that she has PTSD resulting from the violence and abuse by her ex-husband, Johnny Depp. Now, this expert, Dr. Hughes, is also supposed to probably talk about Dr. Curry's evaluation and conduct during her evaluation of Amber Heard as violating APA ethics, and that's a theme that we heard on the cross of Dr. Curry when she was on the stand last week, Vinny.
All right, Chanley, stand by. Let's bring back in our own experts tonight. We've got with us Dr. Carol Lieberman, Dr. Robbie Ludwig. All right, Dr. Carol Lieberman, IPV, PTSD versus histrionic and borderline personality disorder. I mean, can everyone be right, or is someone wrong here?
Well, I think that Dr. Curry did a very thorough evaluation, not just in her interview of Amber, but she did psychological tests. You know, juries like to hear results, not just your opinion as an expert, but they like you to be able to support it by saying on these psychological tests, the subject scored in this way and so on. And I mean, I believe that Dr. Curry did a good job. She also presented it really well to the jury because she kept looking to them. She kept explaining these different things in very relatable kinds of ways. So I totally agree with what she did. However, she does have this cloud over her that they brought out in the first question, you know, in cross, of her having had dinner and drinks with Johnny and his attorneys, and that's clearly what this other expert is going to, you know, talk about. Was inappropriate.
Let me ask you though: do you think the jury is going to worry about that more than Amber Heard? You know, to me, if they focus all on the ethics, right? Ethics versus, all right, prove to me that she doesn't have borderline personality disorder. prove to me that she is trustworthy versus like she did something unethical and we're putting the doctor on trial versus trying to figure out what's going on with Amber Heard. So BPD versus IPV and PTSD. Can you give me the 411 on that?
Yes, well, you know, first of all, the way Dr. Curry described the test that she gave for PTSD and the way that Amber answered, and I've given these tests a lot of times myself, and you know, there's different ways that you can tell when someone is malingering or exaggerating, as she talked about Amber doing. Now, if there's something that this new expert can bring up to show that she has PTSD, that she does have PTSD, that still doesn't mean that the PTSD came from Johnny Depp. In other words, she could have had some trauma in her life, in her childhood, later on in life, that caused her to have PTSD. So that in itself isn't really going to be enough.
Dr. Robbie Ludwig, I look at this and I think the jury's going to want to try to make up their minds here at some point. Like, Amber's about to testify. Should we believe her or not believe her? Is she suffering from some mental disorder or is she all there? And this becomes crucial testimony.
Right, and I think that's why the issue of Dr. Curry's credibility comes up, because if we were to believe, as Amber Heard's lawyers seem to insinuate, that she was seduced by Johnny Depp and his team, therefore had an interest in presenting a diagnosis that seemed to position Amber in a negative light. And I do think that is what will be in question here. But you can have all the above. And I think Dr. Lieberman brought up a really great point. She could have PTSD from another time in her life. And you could be all there and have borderline personality disorder and histrionic personality disorder. I think at the end of the day, it's going to come down to who do we think is more credible and who is more likable? Because the problem is very often with people who are very mentally unhealthy, they come off as unlikable. The most unlikable person sometimes is the most damaged.
Great insight, Dr. Carol Lieberman, Dr. Robbie Ludwig. Appreciate your valuable time tonight. Thanks so much. We'll see you again very soon because we know that she's going to take the stand. Amber Heard's taking the stand this week, folks. When we come back, though, Chanley Painter rejoins us from the courthouse because there are some things that you didn't see today on Court TV that we need to let you know about what's going on in Fairfax County, Virginia.